Hello guys, welcome back. Well, this time around I've been able to develop some topic for us on digitizing. So we are going to see how we are going to strictly digitize as a continuation of what we started on. Okay, so let's dive into it. You remember that we did the introduction. Well, this is my YouTube page again. I'll be emphasizing you can actually help by subscribing and hitting on the like button. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. We covered a lot about setting up your ArcGIS working space. Now remember I told you that you can actually source what do you call them, raster images from various sources. We say that you can source them online. You can also have scanned images excuse me, or you can have shared images from a friend or so, and you like to digitize it and to work on it. Now at the left of my screen you can see this is Kogi East senatorial district. Now how do you know if a raster image is georeferenceable, if there's anything like that? Or rather, how would you know if you can simply attach a georeference coordinate system to a raster image? You first of all look at the image carefully. The quality is key, and then this coordinate system is actually very important. The eastings and the northings is what you use. So once you add this image, this Kogi East senatorial district, to your ArcGIS, you can simply begin digitizing. You can simply begin georeferencing using the eastings here and the northings. Similarly, at the right hand side of my image, of my screen, is the map of Nigeria. Okay, you can actually georeference this image as well, simply because it's having the spatial reference system. Okay, now for this episode we are going to be looking at how to create shape files or layers in ArcGIS. Now I want you to just know that shape files are basically vectors entities, because those are entities we use. Actually we use vector data like points, lines and polygon to create. We also have you can create it by yourself, and there are also a lot of platforms out there that deals with organizations rather that deals with the creation of shape files for countries, known organizations, that you can actually query, or you can request, or you can search and download shape file for your particular location anywhere in the world. Okay, now creating shape file. Now there's what we call ArcCatalog application. Is here. Once you install your you could see your ArcGIS, it comes with ArcCatalog. So if I should type ArcCatalog here, you can see it's here. So what you need to do is just to click it and click it open. Okay, but what you're going to do is you can actually access your ArcCatalog from your ArcGIS. So in order for us not to be confused a lot, I'll actually use that from ArcGIS. Okay, so let's just know what ArcCatalog is. The ArcCatalog application is open from the Windows Start menu, just as I showed. It is used to create new vector entities such as points, lines or polygon. On the left hand side of the window there is a panel called Catalog Tree. Right click on the folder connections to select the directories that will serve as the location of working files within ArcGIS. It is possible to select an entire hard disk drive to avoid creating excessive connections. Yes, what it simply means is that this is what you see on your screen once you launch your ArcCatalog software. What I actually said was that we are going to do it from ArcGIS. It's very easy from there. It's also very easy from here. Maybe I will find time to dedicate a particular tutorial to explain ArcCatalog entirely as a software on its own, but this is actually what it's made up of. Okay, so now how do we create that? Now create new shapefile. Now once the directories have been connected, a new entity can be created by right clicking on the content, new shapefile section, or by going to the file, new shapefile and menu. This is what we will see. We have name. You will give the name as road network for instance, and you have the feature type, that's the vector data. You can specify a point, line, but for roads we use polygons. Okay, you use polylines. Then you have the description of your coordinate system, your projected coordinate system, which we will see. Then we have Coordinate will be contain m value. The m value means 2Ds and the z value means to store information data for 3D. Okay, so now set up the field as follow. Now name, assign a name to the new shapefile just as how they did. That's a road network. And you can also excuse me, in the you have special reference. In this section you define the reference system using the edit button. Yeah, we can do that. We'll do that. And then for the present case, the following applies. Okay, you use this coordination was what I used for this particular location, and then we'll now say practice create points, line, and so on and so forth. Now before we do this, I would like to also show us that here we have shape files and their category or the types. Now it depends on the scale of your design. If you are doing a very larger scale design, then, or supposing you are doing showing the density of residential or building density of a country like Nigeria, you know that using polygon is going to be impossible. So we basically use points, but buildings will be using polygons for our buildings. We have hydrant points or poles. You have secure sites point. You have road network, water network, you use lines. We have plant coverage, you can use polygon or point. We have lakes, you use polygons. Boundaries, you use polygon, and the rest of them. Okay, so what we'll be doing now is I would like you to go back, just as I've been emphasizing about how to archive or how to store your data in order for you to locate it very easily. So I'm still going to make reference to this this folder, the Unijust. I'll click it open, and now you see we are gradually beginning to fill up the space with a lot of work because we have actually ventured into doing some works. So what I would like us to create is that you right click, you go to your properties, go to new and create a folder. Call it let's call it Unijust. Let's call it Shapefile, or let's just call it SHP, short form for Shapefile, and you enter. What it simply means that we are going to go into ArcGIS and we're going to connect our catalog to this folder. This is where we'll create our shape files. Okay, now let's come to our ArcGIS. Remember that this was what we left. This was what we left on the screen.